Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is your host Phil from Practical Media 101. In today's video, I'm going to be introducing you to one of the most lucrative email marketing applications within the market today, that is Convertkit. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to sign up to Convertkit, how to use Convertkit in order to do email marketing, and by the end of this video, you will be an email marketing expert. I can guarantee you that much. So what are we going to be looking at in today's video? We are going to be first of all learning how to sign up for the free trial of Convertkit and create a free account. Then we are going to be learning how to customize your email sequences inside of Convertkit, how to set up automations, how to set up responders, and how to set up sequences of emails. Then we are going to learn exactly how to customize the templates inside of Convertkit for emails and create landing pages and forms. And lastly, we are also going to be seeing exactly how to kind of integrate Convertkit with the WordPress CMS platform. So by the end of this video, you're going to be an expert on how to use Convertkit. Now, before beginning this video, I would like to urge you that consider subscribing to the channel, turning on your bell notifications, doing all that good stuff, because we put out helpful content like this on a daily basis. So without any further ado, let's begin with today's tutorial. Okay, so now that we're here, let's look at the first step of following along this tutorial video. Now, the first step would of course be to come up to the Convertkit website and create a free account and avail for the 14-day free trial that they're offering to their new customers. So of course, that's what we are going to be doing. Now, in order to come to this website, I will be leaving a link below the description, and it would possibly be an affiliate link to Convertkit. So if you sign up using that link and purchase a plan in the future, then I would get a small commission. This is at no extra cost to you. So if you decide to use that link, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. But anyways, you just have to come into the home page of Convertkit, and you need to come into the top right hand section right here and click on the sign up for free button. Now from here, in order to create an account, all you need to do is that you need to put in your name, your email, and create a password. So for my name, I just put in my name here, and for an email, for security purposes, I'm just going to be using a temporary email. So I'll go to this website right here, temp email, and I'm going to be using the email that they're going to be providing me. But when you are signing up, I suggest that you use a personal or a business email. So yeah, I have this email right here. I'll just put it inside of there, and I'll use an auto-generated password. Okay, so once I kind of sign up to it, they are basically going to be asking me a bunch of questions. First question is related to migration. Now, migration, this question actually applies to people who have been in the email marketing space for a while, and they already have kind of an audience or an email list, and they are kind of just migrating that email list to Convertkit from a different application. Now, for example, if you were using MailChimp earlier and you think that Convertkit has better features, and you already have an email list on MailChimp, so you can just export that as a CSV file and migrate it here into Convertkit. So I am a beginner, I don't have an email list already, so I'll just come here and click on no, I'm just starting out. But if you are somebody who has an email list already on a different application, then just import that CSV file here, click on yes, I'm moving from another tool, and put that CSV file in there, and you'll be able to migrate. But since I don't have any email list, I'm just going to click on no, I'm just starting out. Click on continue. And now they're asking me how big my audience is. So I don't really have an audience right now, so 1 to 1000 would be it. Now they're asking me for a business name. I'm just going to put out my name here. You can put whatever business name you like. And now they're asking me what kind of domain I want. So I can change the suffix here. The domain for this would be the same, but I can change the suffix here. I can change from Phil-Joseph to like Phil-Joseph1 or Phil-Joseph2. I can change it like that, but for now this is fine. I'm just going to click on continue, and they're asking me what kind of creator I am. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a blogger. Click on continue again. So again, they're asking me what kind of goal I have. So I just need to grow my list. You can select whatever goal that you want, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So I'm just going to select grow my list and click on continue. Now that it's been done, they want me to put out a website URL here and maybe even link my social media handle pages, but I don't have anything right now, so I'm just going to click on continue. Once that's been done, yeah, they have given me an introductory video here. If you want to watch this video, you can watch this when you're doing it yourself, but you pretty much don't need to watch this because you are watching this particular tutorial video already. So I'm just going to be explaining everything in a better way, in a more detailed way, so you don't really need to watch that. But once everything is done, you will come into this page right here. This is the home section of Convertkit, and here's where the actual fun begins. Now from here, I'm going to be teaching you how to create email sequences, how to kind of customize the email templates inside of there, how to create automations, how to put out various rules. So let's start. So before getting into the complex stuff, I would like to introduce you to something that is a little bit more straightforward, which is the process of creating landing pages on Convertkit. Because believe it or not, Convertkit actually makes the process of creating landing pages very easy indeed. So what would happen is that once you sign up to Convertkit, you will be greeted in this page, and immediately you'd see the option here to create your first ever landing page on Convertkit. Now you can come here and click on this button, but if for some reason you do not see this option right here, you can simply go into the the top section and click on grow, and like click on landing pages and forms, and within the right hand section you'll be able to see that you have the option of creating a landing page. So I'll just come here and click on create a landing page, and I will be taken into this particular section right here. Now in landing pages, you actually have the option of choosing any kind of template that you want. Now they have multiple templates here. You can choose whatever that you like. So let me see if there is something that I like. So whatever templates there are here, you can choose whatever that you like. Let me just go ahead. Okay, so this is something simple. I like this one. Let's go ahead and choose this. All right, so as soon as I choose this particular landing page, they have taken me into this online page builder kind of thing, and I think this is a section from where you can actually customize this landing page, and you can manipulate this in whatever way that you like. Now there are different elements inside of this landing page. Let me just show you how exactly you can actually like change everything inside of here. So once I select any kind of element here, I can just, as soon as I clicked on that image, this option here appears. So I can basically come here and click on this edit image, and I can basically crop this if I like to. I can add a filter here and stuff, and I can manipulate the colors if I want to, and even I can replace this image with something on Unsplash, or add an image from my computer if I would like to. So that's how you do that basically. And if I want to, I can just go ahead and change this headline as well. So I can write like sign up to get free ebook. So I can add something like that there. And if I want to, I can even customize the paragraph and this sign up form as well. Like for example, if I want to, I can delete this field from here, because I don't really need extra fields. I just need to collect the email address from people. And if I want to, I can also add extra fields here and kind of customize the colors a bit if I want to. I have all this option to play around with things, and I'll just go ahead and save. Now if you want to change the template, you can just come here and you can change it from here. If you want to like basically change the typography of things, you just come here and change it here, and the typography would be changed for headings. You can do the same for body as well, and if you want to, you can change the background color. Kind of like the background color now. Yeah, this looks pretty good. And you can also add like custom CSS here and change the form background, as you can see. So all good. Now let me just go ahead and check how this landing page would look like in the front end. Now this particular preview right here, it does not actually give me a very well-rounded view of what this would look like on a full-scale page. So I can just go ahead and click on the preview button, and see, this just gives me a preview of what it would look like on a full screen laptop. So I'll just exit preview, and now I can just click on the publish button if I'm happy with it, and Convertkit would actually give me a URL, which is a standalone URL. You don't need to pay anything for this URL or for this domain, because this is hosted on Convertkit itself for free. And like if you want to visit this landing page of yours, you can just come here and put it on Google, and as you can see, you will be able to see the landing page. Now there's one more important thing that you need to check out inside of landing pages, which is the settings section inside of landing pages. Okay, so within settings you will basically see like different options that you can use inside of the landing page. Like first of all, within the general section you can basically edit like the success message which appears as soon as a subscriber actually signs up to your landing page, and you can actually choose to show them a success message or redirect them to an external page, whichever page that you like. Maybe you can redirect them to a thank you page or something like that. And from here you can select a custom domain for this. Now I don't really want a custom domain, but if you want to, you can add it, and you can select a page URL and all. So it would be pretty good if you would like to do it. Then you can go into the incentives section, and this is going to be an important like section for somebody who is like doing email marketing and providing incentives to their subscribers. For example, if you are somebody like, if you're like a blogger, and if you are providing your email subscribers the option that once they sign up for your email list, they will basically get like something like a downloadable PDF which might teach them how to like do some stuff. So for example, like if I am a blogger and I want to like add people to my email list, and what I would basically do is that I would actually incentivize them by saying that I would kind of give you a free PDF on how to do keyword research maybe, and in return for that just sign up to my email list. So that's how this would work. So we can send out an incentive email as soon as like somebody actually signs up, and we can either like once we select it here, we can actually select the auto confirm for new subscribers here, which would basically send out a confirmation email for new subscribers. And we can also add this option to kind of redirect to a different URL, or put out a download on as soon as somebody like subscribes from here. Like as soon as they would subscribe from the landing page, they would get something to download. Like you can basically like put the PDF file here so that they can directly download from the landing page itself. Within the advanced section, you have the option of enabling like captcha and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. And you can also hide this landing page from people who have already signed up to this landing page. So you can do that stuff. And here is the the SEO stuff and the integration stuff. You can like kind of add Google Analytics to it to kind of monitor exactly how this landing page is functioning, and you can add like a title and description so that it works well within the Google search algorithm. So you can do all that. Okay, so now that I've discussed everything related to the landing pages section, let's go ahead and discuss another important section which you might come across in Convertkit and pretty much any other email marketing tool, which is the subscribers section. Now, in order to go to the subscribers section, simply come here to click on grow and come down into the subscribers. Once you click that, you will come into this page right here, and this is the page from where you will be able to view the number of subscribers that you have, like all the subscribers that signed up from the forms and or the landing pages that you created. They are going to be showing up here. Now this section is important because it serves a powerful purpose, which is that from this section you can basically create segmentations and tag your subscribers, so that you can basically you can categorize them according to their interests, according to the country that they belong from, according to the city that they belong from. And what basically helps by doing that is that you can basically create more personalized email campaigns for these kinds of people, and you can conduct much more effective email campaigns when you're categorizing your email list into these kinds of audiences. Now, in order to create segmentations and tags, I'm going to be teaching you, so you need to pay attention here, because this is going to be a little bit complicated, not too much. It's still pretty easy, but you need to pay attention, or else you won't understand the thing. So from the subscribers section, when I scroll down, I will be greeted to this page right here. Now there's a big red button here which is called add subscribers. If I click on this, I can basically see that they provide me three options, which is that I can add a single subscriber. Clicking on it, they will basically ask me for a first name and an email, and if I add that there, that particular email will be it will be added to my subscriber list. and I can even import a CSV file or import it from like another provider if I want to. And like, so for the CSV I can basically import a list of emails, and import from another provider, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you have been using a different provider, you can basically like import the CSV from them and like import the email list through here if you haven't done that within the setup section already. So let me close that real quick. Now this is the page from where you will be able to add your tags and your segments. Now doing this is pretty easy. Let me show you the segmentation section first of all, then I'll show you how to add tags. So basically all you need to do is that you need to go into the create segment feature, and now you can name this segment. Now I want to create a segment for, like, imagine I want to segment the audience which have signed up to my email list before like September, before September 2nd. So if I want to segment the audience, I can basically say here that I'll name this one before September 2nd. So I can just come here, and once I've named it, I can just go ahead and click on add filter. And when I come down here, they provide me a number of options to add the filters in. So you can basically filter out, either you can filter out all subscribers, you can filter out the subscribers that have been subscribed to a specific form, that have already been inside of a different segment, cold subscribers, subscribers within a specific country, within a specific city, the distance from a postal code, and the subscription date. You can also categorize according to the first name, email, and custom fields also. So let me just go ahead and click on subscription date, so before, okay, and I can just select this September 2, 12 a.m. So whichever subscriber has been added to this email list, whichever subscriber has subscribed to the email list after September 2nd, they will be automatically added to this segment. Now if I want to like promote any kind of campaign to that particular audience, I'm targeting that particular audience, then what would happen is that that list would automatically come there, and whenever I am sending out a broadcast or whenever I'm sending out an email sequence, I can simply select this segmented audience, and the email or the broadcast will be only sent out to the email subscribers that have been put inside of this segment. Hope that makes sense. So let me just click on save. So a new segment has been added. Now whenever somebody subscribes to the email list after like September 2nd, they will be automatically added to this segment as well, other than them being added to the email list. Now there is the tag feature as well. We can come here and click on create a tag. You can basically add a tag name for anything. Like imagine like we want to tag the audience. Forget that. Just imagine that you have two scenarios. Like you basically have a blog, and on that blog you are promoting two kinds of offers, and you're giving freebies for both of these offers. Now imagine the first offer, within that you're actually like giving out a PDF within which you will be like sharing a method through which you can basically teach them how to do SEO, or how like imagine you are teaching them how to do keyword research, for example, okay, to be specific, and you're giving them a free PDF. So anyone who is interested in learning how to do keyword research, they would sign up to that particular form. And what you can do is that as soon as they sign up for that particular form, you can put out an automation that they are going to be tagged as keyword research audience. They're going to be tagged as keyword research audience. So whoever is tagged as the keyword research audience, you will know that these people are interested in learning about keyword research. So if you promote offers related to keyword research tools, they are much more likely to make a purchase. So it's more effective forms of marketing if you tag your audience or segment your audience like this. Now imagine you also have this different form wherein you are giving a free PDF on how to build backlinks. So what you would want to do is that basically whoever signs up from that particular form, you are going to be wanting those particular people to be tagged under a different tag, namely like backlink audience. You can name the tags whatever you want to. Okay, this is just an example. So if you tag them as backlink audience, so you can now promote only backlink offers if you want to that particular audience which has been tagged as the backlink audience. Hope that makes sense. So that's basically how tags and segments work. Now within the next part of this video, I'm going to be going over the send section. I'm going to be teaching you how to send out broadcasts and sequences. So stay tuned. So we are here inside of the broadcast section, and creating and sending out broadcasts isn't really too complicated. So I'm going to be running you through exactly how to do it here. So once you come into the send section, simply click on broadcast and you'll be taken into this particular section right here. And from here, if you want to create a new broadcast, you can simply come here and click on this bright red button, new broadcast. And you'll be taken into this section wherein you can select a pre-made template for you to choose and customize to be used for your broadcast, or you can simply select a text only version, which would be like a blank email which you can customize from the scratch itself. Now I like to select these templates because they actually look pretty good, and I like to customize them according to my look and feel. So I'm going to be selecting any of these templates, one of these templates from here. So I think I like this one. I'm going to select this, and let me just go ahead. Okay, so now that I am inside of the text editor, I actually need to tell you guys something. So you might be able to see this particular notice here. It just means that some of my features on this account that I've created have been disabled, because I actually created this account using a temporary email. So this problem is showing up for me, and one of the features that has been disabled is my ability to send out broadcasts and email sequences. So I won't be able to show you a live example of what the broadcast looks like inside of a subscriber's email inbox, but I can basically give you an overview of how to create this broadcast, how to customize it, so you can watch this and understand how you can do it. Simply after you creating this, you can like click on continue and you can go ahead. Okay, so let me just show you how it works. So within the broadcast, the first thing here would be the subject line. So sending out a broadcast, you need to understand what broadcasts are, right? Broadcasts are basically one-time emails that can be sent to email subscribers whenever you'd like to. Like imagine you get like a new product offer that you want to promote to an audience, and it's not really like you don't really want to promote it as part of an email sequence or an email automation. You just want to send out a standalone email to your audience one time at any particular point in the future or currently. So that's what a broadcast might be, and you can send it out to your email list, and you can basically categorize it according to a segment. Like you can basically send it out to a particular tag of audience or a particular segment of audience if you'd like to. So that's how basically a broadcast works. So the first section here would be the subject section. Like you can change the subject section. Now this is welcome to my newsletter, so I will just change the subject to this as well. Welcome to my newsletter. Subject would obviously depend upon whatever email that you're sending out, so just customize the subject line accordingly. Now within this section, you can basically like customize the contents of the actual email. Now I don't really like this orange thing here. I'm going to delete that. And yeah, so the text here, you can basically make them bold, you can make them italic, you can put an underline on them, or you can change like the paragraph to like a numbered section. You can change the heading format if you'd like to, and you can even change the colors into. So that's how it works. You can also add links here using this link button. Like for example, if I want to link this particular button directly to Google, I can do that. So when I click on apply, whenever somebody would click on this button, they would go directly to Google. Let me cut this out here. So that's how this pretty much works. And within this section, I can basically like whenever I select a particular section within the email, I can basically customize the features related to it here. For example, if I want to change the color of this particular email right here, simply come here and set this section, and as you can see, I'm able to manipulate the color. I'm going to keep it as black for the time being, and also I can change the font if I would like to. Now for example, if I want to change this into something like Roboto, it will be changed, or into Arial black if I'd like to. For the time being, I'm just going to keep it like system font, because by default system font happens to be the best for performance. So I'm just going to keep it like that. You can also change the size of the text. I think this size is good. For the button, when I click on the button, I can basically like change everything related to the button. I can change the width if I'd like to. I can make the corners like rounded if I'd like to. Change the size of the button a little bit. Change the background color. Yeah, so it's pretty customizable. And within the email section, yeah, I can change the template if I'd like to. I can change the complete background color of the email itself. Let me check out what the settings section has. Okay, so for the section itself, I can like basically add like a background image or something, change the spacing, change the borders. So yeah, it's very customizable here. Works out. Let me click on continue. And within this section, so okay, this is a section from where you will actually be customizing something related to the emails that the customers are going to be seeing at their end. And you can also add like the segments here. So first thing here would be the from address. If you want to change the from address, simply come into the accounts section, go to emails, and from here you can basically add a new name if you want to, and add a new email address if you'd like to. And once that's been done, you can simply add the email, confirm the status, and select it as default for it to appear here. Okay, and this is going to be the from address. This is the address that your subscribers are going to be seeing when they open your email, or when they see when they see your email in their inbox. And below that is the section wherein you can select exactly what kind of audience you're going to be sending this email to. Like this is the place from wherein you can add like the segments, or you can basically add like the tag, like what kind of tag of people you're going to be sending this email out to. You can also check like a preview of this email. So this is what the email would look like in the front end, and you can send out a text email as well. Currently the account is not really allowing me to send out emails, but if you're signing up with a personal or business email, you won't face this issue. Okay, let me just cut this. And right here I basically have the option of selecting when this email has to be sent out. I can send it out right now, or I can schedule it for a future date like this. And from here I can select the preview text, add an internal load, and maybe even add this to my public feed. That section is not really important. So this is basically how the broadcast feature works. Within the next part of this video, I'm actually going to be showing you how the sequences work and how to customize email templates. So let's go there. Alright guys, I basically thought that I would teach you about email sequences, but right now, as I'm seeing, I would actually have to give you an overview of email templates before I teach you email sequences, because email sequences are set up using email templates. So there's an interconnection between there, and in order for you to understand how to set up sequences correctly, you would first need to get an overview of exactly what email templates are. So email templates, to give you an idea of what they are, they basically are just the design of the kinds of emails that will be sent out to your customers. You can select different kinds of templates, and they would have different kinds of styles of emails that you can send out. Let me give you an example. Like within the email template section right now, you'll be able to see that there's a text only version, which is like the default version of the kind of emails that are being sent by Convertkit. You can also add new email templates here if you want to change the style. If you don't really like this basic design of email templates, you can change the style up. And the way through which you can do that is by coming into the top right hand section here and click on the new template button. And once you're inside of this page, you will see a number of other templates for emails. You can go ahead and select any one of these. So I think I like this one, so I'm just going to select this. And now, as you will be able to see, I am able to edit this email template in whatever way that I like. So let me give you an example of how we can edit this. Now, if you want to edit any one of these sections here, you can simply come and select this, and the options for editing this section will appear here. So you can change the font, you can change the weight of the font, the size of the font if you want to, and you can also change the color. And inside of advanced settings, you can like enable like the line height and stuff. You can change the line height, adjust the letter spacing, change margins, capitalization, all that. Same thing with the rest of it. Like it's pretty self-obvious here. Like it's the page builder here is similar to like the builder which was in previous sections as well, so you don't really need to learn about this. Now that we have learned about email templates, we can go to the email sequences section and learn everything about that. Alright, so now that I've finished explaining everything about email templates, let me go ahead and give you guys a quick overview of email sequences. So email sequences are basically emails that are sent out on a specific schedule to your email subscribers, and you can set them up from inside of these sequences section. So let me show you a live example of how we can set up your own sequence. First of all, come here inside the sequences section and click on this bright red button. Once that's been done, you will be prompted to choose a template. You can either choose a default text only template, or you can choose a template which you have created from inside the template section. So I'm just going to be choosing the new template. So let me just choose this real quick. And from here I will be able to customize this particular email and change the contents of the email if I like to, and even change the colors and stylization options. And so this is pretty self-obvious. Now let me show you this particular section right here. So inside of this section, first of all, you can toggle whether you want this to be published or not, and you can just come here and publish. So what would happen is that this would go live and this particular email sequence would start functioning. And right here, it is actually the option from where you can select how soon the customer must be getting this particular email right here as soon as they sign up to the form, and on which days they should be getting it. So you can like tick the days and untick them depending on the fact that if you want to send them the email across this particular day or not. Inside of the template, of course, you can change the template again if you wish to, and you can also take a preview of what this email would look like inside of the browser window or inside of the email. So yeah, and also you can add additional emails from inside of here. You just click on add email, and you will be able to add like different emails, and which can be sent out across different days. So maybe I can, for this particular email I want this to be sent after 1 day. For the second email I can send it after maybe 2 days if I want to. So that's how it would work. Yeah, 2. And I can add additional emails as well. So this would create a whole sequence of the emails which can be sent out. Inside of the reports section, you can basically see the reports of how well these emails have been performing. You can monitor the open rate, the click rate. You can monitor how many of these were sent out to your subscribers and how many of them resulted in unsubscribes. So that's how the report feature works. Inside the settings feature, now this is the part of the sequences within where you can configure on which time your email list, your emails are going to be sent out to your email subscribers. And you can also configure the email from which this is going to be sent out to. You can change this email like I told you before inside of the settings section. If you wish to, just come to settings and just go to emails, and you can add whatever email that you wish to here and simply confirm it and set it as default. And you can change, you'll be able to change it from here if you want to. So if you want to add your business email, the email that I am using currently, it's actually a temporary email, but if you wish to add a business email, you can go ahead and do that as well. From this part, you can actually schedule the sequence. So you can select the week of the days, like the days of the week in which these sequences are supposed to be sent. If there's a particular day where you don't want your email subscribers to receive these emails, you can simply untick it from here. And if there's a particular time that you wish it to be sent, you can tick that from here as well. Like you can change the time if you want to. Like for example, if I want this email to be sent out to my email subscribers at like 11 a.m. or in the noon, then I can simply select it, and I can also select the standard time here according to which the email has to be sent out. And from this side, I can basically like add tags or sequences and select if I want these emails to be sent out only to a particularly tagged audience or only to a segment of audience. So I can select that here. Inside the sequence behavior section, so should the subscribers be able to restart this sequence multiple times? I'm just going to be selecting no, because I don't want them to restart this sequence. I don't want the same subscribers to keep receiving these same emails again and again. So I'm just going to click no. If you have any kind of emails which you want your subscribers to keep receiving again and again, then simply tick on yes. And within the next section, they're asking me, should the subscribers added via visual automation stay in the sequence? I don't want them to stay in the sequence, so I'll simply select no. But if you want them to stay in the sequence, you can select yes. And down here, I have the option to either duplicate this sequence, delete this sequence altogether, or update the sequence settings. And updating it would actually like update all the changes that I've made here inside these settings. So once I click on update, my sequence will be updated. Now I can come back here, and after I click on publish, my sequence will be published. So that's basically how email sequences work. In the next part of this video, I will teach you the final sections which you need to be acquainted with in order to like learn everything about Convertkit email marketing. So I'm going to be teaching you about email automations. Alright, so now that I've finished explaining everything about email templates, let me go ahead and give you guys a quick overview of email sequences. So email sequences are basically emails that are sent out on a specific schedule to your email subscribers, and you can set them up from inside of these sequences section. So let me show you a live example of how we can set up your own sequence. First of all, come here inside the sequences section and click on this bright red button. Once that's been done, you will be prompted to choose a template. You can either choose a default text only template, or you can choose a template which you have created from inside the template section. So I'm just going to be choosing the new template. So let me just choose this real quick, and from here I will be able to customize this particular email and change the contents of the email if I like to, and even change the colors and stylization options. And so this is pretty self-obvious. Now let me show you this particular section right here. So inside of this section, first of all, you can toggle whether you want this to be published or not, and you can just come here and publish. So what would happen is that this would go live and this particular email sequence would start functioning. And right here, it is actually the option from where you can select how soon the customer must be getting this particular email right here as soon as they sign up to the form, and on which days they should be getting it. So you can like tick the days and untick them depending on the fact that if you want to send them the email across this particular day or not. Inside of the template, of course, you can change the template again if you wish to, and you can also take a preview of what this email would look like inside of the browser window or inside of the email. So yeah, and also you can add additional emails from inside of here. You just click on add email, and you will be able to add like different emails, and which can be sent out across different days. So maybe I can, for this particular email, I want this to be sent after 1 day. For the second email, I can send it after maybe 2 days if I want to. So that's how it would work. Yeah, 2, and I can add additional emails as well. So this would create a whole sequence of the emails which can be sent out. Inside of the reports section, you can basically see the reports of how well these emails have been performing. You can monitor the open rate, the click rate. You can monitor how many of these were sent out to your subscribers and how many of them resulted in unsubscribes. So that's how the report feature works. Inside the settings feature, now this is the part of the sequences within where you can configure on which time your email list, your emails are going to be sent out to your email subscribers, and you can also configure the email from which this is going to be sent out to. You can change this email like I told you before inside of the settings section. If you wish to, just come to settings and just go to emails, and you can add whatever email that you wish to here and simply confirm it and set it as default, and you'll be able to change it from here if you want to. So if you want to add your business email, the email that I am using currently, it's actually a temporary email, but if you wish to add a business email, you can go ahead and do that as well. From this part, you can actually schedule the sequence. So you can select the week of the days, like the days of the week in which these sequences are supposed to be sent. If there's a particular day where you don't want your email subscribers to receive these emails, you can simply untick it from here. and if there's a particular time that you wish it to be sent, you can take that from here as well. Like you can change the time if you want to. Like for example, if I want this email to be sent out to my email subscribers at like 11 a.m. or in the noon, then I can simply select it, and I can also select the standard time here according to which the email has to be sent out. And from this side I can basically like add tags or sequences and select if I want these emails to be sent out only to a particularly tagged audience or only to a segment of audience. So I can select that here inside the sequence behavior section. So should the subscribers be able to restart this sequence multiple times? I'm just going to be selecting no, because I don't want them to restart this sequence. I don't want the same subscribers to keep receiving these same emails again and again. So I'm just going to click no. If you have any kind of emails which you want your subscribers to keep receiving again and again, then simply tick on yes. And within the next section, they're asking me, should the subscribers added via visual automation stay in the sequence? I don't want them to stay in the sequence, so I'll simply select no. But if you want them to stay in the sequence, you can select yes. And down here I have the option to either duplicate this sequence, delete this sequence altogether, or update the sequence settings. And updating it would actually like update all the changes that I've made here inside these settings. So once I click on update, my sequence will be updated. Now I can come back here, and after I click on publish, my sequence will be published. So that's basically how email sequences work. In the next part of this video, I will teach you the final 6 sections which you need to be acquainted with in order to like learn everything about Convertkit email marketing. So I'm going to be teaching you about email automations. So let's go ahead and check it out. Hello guys, so we are here inside of the visual automations section, and I need you guys to pay attention within this part of the video, because visual automations is a little bit complicated for most people, and most people don't really get a hang of it until very late. So we are going to be explaining exactly how you can set up visual automations, and just pay attention because this is going to be a little bit difficult. Now let me give you a basic overview of what visual automations are. Visual automations basically act like a funnel through which you can promote different product offers, or you can simply promote your newsletter and like prompt many people to sign up to your newsletter. And what you're doing basically is that when you're setting up visual automations as compared to standard email sequences, you're basically thinking of segregating your audience according to their interests or according to their segmentations. So that's why visual automations are so important. And what happens is that whenever you run an automation, for example, imagine if you are running a newsletter and you want your subscribers to sign up to that newsletter, and as soon as they sign up to the newsletter, after signing up, they are tagged as signed up for newsletter, or you can give them a custom tag, and based on that custom tag you can send them to an email sequence. After the email sequence has ended, based on the reaction of your customers to that particular email sequence, you can categorize them based on their interest or something, and you can put them in different kinds of automations in the future depending on the choices that they have made before. So that's basically how visual automations work. Now I'm going to be giving you a thorough overview of how to create them, and like we are going to be going in depth in them, so just stay tuned. So now to create your first ever visual automation, all you need to do is that you need to come into this particular section, the visual automations section, and you need to click on new automation. Then you have the option of either selecting an empty automation from where you would have to create the automation completely from scratch, or you can select any of the pre-made templates here. So let me see if there's a good one here or not. Okay, so let's see. Okay, welcome new creator network subscribers. So I am going to use this template. So let me just click on use this template, and the automation will start copying. We'd have to wait just a few seconds, and here the automation has been created already. So in the top right hand section you have the option of making this automation live. Once you make this live, this automation will start working. So let me give you an overview of how this works. So before beginning though, I would like to let you know that the reason why I like kept the explanation for visual automations till the last was because that you need to learn about everything else before you can learn about visual automations, because visual automations basically encompasses every other feature. So if there's like a form or something that you have created, it's also going to be part of the visual automations. And if there's an email sequence or an email templates that's been created, that's going to be part of the email, that's going to be part of the visual automation as well. So you basically need to have a good overview of every one of these features in order to understand how the automation works. Okay, so talking about this particular automation, let me see what this is all about. So first of all, we can see is that the automation starts when a subscriber joins the form. Okay, so name of the form is form itself. So let me just show you what it would look like. So inside of the landing pages and forms section, okay, so as soon as I imported that visual automation, this form was imported as well. So this is a form, and when somebody actually signs up to this form, they will enter into this visual automation. Then what would happen is that after signing up to this form, they will be sent a welcome email. They will be added as a subscriber to the welcome email creator email sequence. Okay, so let's check out what that email sequence would look like. So that email sequence, okay, here it is, welcome email to creator network subscribers. Let's go ahead and check what this sequence looks like. Okay, so this email is supposed to be sent immediately. As soon as somebody subscribes to this form, they will be sent this particular email immediately, and they will receive, hey there, I just wanted to send out a quick welcome email. Okay, so they'll basically receive this welcome email for a newsletter, which actually looks pretty good, to be honest. And after that's been done, let's see what's the next step. Tag a subscriber with creator network. Okay, so they will be tagged as the creator network referrals. So this is basically how the automation works here. As soon as somebody subscribes to the form, they will immediately receive an email. Inside of the email sequence, they'll receive this particular email, and after receiving this email, they will actually be tagged under the creator network referrals tag. So that's how basically this particular automation works. Now if you want to add more like kind of steps into this feature, you can do that as well. So what you all need to do is that if you want to add like an additional step in between signing up to the form and the customers receiving the welcome email, you can go ahead and click on this plus button, and there are three options available to here. You can either add an event, an action, or a condition. So all of these are based on like these different kinds of things. So let me show you what event looks like. You can basically add a tag. So after this tag has been added, you can select it to be, so you can select this particular email to be sent out as soon as this particular tag is added. For the action section, you can, as soon as somebody signs up to the form, you can put out an action here that you want the email, you want an email sequence to be sent out as soon as somebody signs up to the form. So this particular section here, this is also an action button, to be honest. Just 1 minute, it was closed for some reason. So this one is like an action event. This one's like an action step because it's green, you can see here. Anyone that is in red, it is actually an event, and you can add conditions as well. It would be showing up in blue. So let me add an example. So what I can do is that if I want to add an event, as soon as somebody receives the welcome email, I also, in addition to them being tagged as the creator network referrals, I also want them to be tagged as maybe onboarded. Also want them to be tagged as onboarded. So let me just add this action. So they will be tagged as onboarded as well. Now if I want to, all the people who are onboarded, like everyone who is already a subscriber, let's imagine if they have been tagged as onboarded before, then there's a yes no scenario. So what I can do is that I can remove this from here, and if they are tagged as yes, I don't want them to do anything, but if they are tagged as no, I want them to be tagged as onboarded. Okay, so that's basically how this works. So after they being tagged as onboarded, they will also be tagged as creator network referrals. So that's basically how visual automations work. And if you want to create a visual automation from scratch, you can do that as well. Simply come back here, click on new automation, and start from scratch. Now imagine like you have this particular form right here. Now imagine I want to create a visual automation for a union landing page. Union landing page would be the landing page that I created earlier on. It would be the landing page that I created like this one. Let me give you an overview of what this would look like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So let me create an automation surrounding this particular landing page. First of all I would do is that come here and click on start building, and then I'll click on join forms, because I want to add an event that as soon as somebody actually comes here and signs up to this particular form, I want them to be added to this particular visual automation. So I'll first of all select join a form, and then I can select a form from here. So I'll select union landing pages and click on add event. And then what I want them to be done is that I want, as soon as somebody signs up to the union landing page, I want them to be tagged as onboarded. Once they have been tagged as onboarded, I want them to receive an email sequence, a welcome email. So let me create a new email sequence for this. Okay, so let me just go to sequences and new sequence, and I want them to be sent a text only sequence. So this is for this is for a free ebook, right? So what I'm just going to be doing is that I'm going to be removing all of this from here. I'm just going to be putting it as hello, thank you for subscribing. Oh my god, just 1 minute. Thank you for subscribing. Here's your free PDF. On will be sent out like this. I'll be changing the subject line, welcome to newsletter, and I want this to be sent out immediately. So I'll just select this as 0, and I can simply click on publish if I want to. Inside of the settings section, everything is done. I'll click on update. I'll just let this be as it is. Go back here, and the sequence 2 section is added here. So I'll just come back here inside of the visual automations and refresh this once. Now after this, I want this to be sent out as an email sequence. So I'll select sequence 2, add it here, and after the sequence has been completed, I want them to basically be okay. So inside the action section, maybe I can add a new tag here, or I can do a bunch of other things here. Okay, so if I want to, I can add them to be unsubscribed, or I can add a condition here, like depending on the fact that the email is open, I can add this. So this is basically how email automation works. Now in the future, if you want me to cover all of these different options, wherein these different options through which the email automation works, then I can create a video surrounding that, and I will give you a whole idea of how each and every one of these feature works inside of event, action and condition, so you can learn about it. But to be honest, these things, they are really simple, and after working with this for like a few months, you will pretty much understand how each and every one of these feature works. Okay, so now that we have covered pretty much everything related to visual automations, we are now finished with the tutorial related to Convertkit. So if you are here until the very end, then I greatly appreciate you sticking by, and I would like to tell you that if you like this video until now, then please consider subscribing and turning on your bell notifications, showing us that support and love that we deserve, because it's great motivation for me to keep going on and posting videos like this in the future. Now thank you so much for sticking by, guys. Today's tutorial video has ended. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.